Love that intro music. My goodness gracious me. Love it, love it, love
Lovely
it.
bit of drum and bass.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
Who doesn't love a bit of drum and bass?
Welcome everyone to the Magic Hat Show, episode 2, where you have 3 guys, 1 club, no drama. Me, myself, I'm Leroy. Across the way is Jamal.
Mr. Jam.
Jamal.
And then we have
Lord Vader.
Lord Vader, the Sith Lord.
Mr.
Gabriel.
Harsh.
The hatchet man.
Gabe. Yeah.
Lovely.
I'm your midfield hatchet man.
My goodness. Roy Keane, eat your heart out. Who's Roy Keane?
I'm
My
coming
goodness.
studs up in your chest.
Studs
Yep.
up.
Yep.
Ladies and
Right.
gentlemen, welcome to the show. Before we get started, I'd just like to thank all of our new subscribers. Thank you ever so much for the positive feedback you've given us.
100%.
Much appreciated.
Absolutely.
So just keep viewing and hopefully, you know, you can enjoy.
Spread the word.
Yes, spread the word.
And
Spread the word.
keep tuning
By
in.
any means necessary.
Yeah.
Carry a pigeon, smoke signals, any way you can. Okay, today's show, we shall be discussing the charity shield, the community shield.
Community shield. Charity definitely sounds better. Community
Yeah.
community sounds like a
Yeah.
poor relation, doesn't
It
it?
does,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
It's like
My
got a
goodness.
cheap feel to
Yeah,
it.
it's not.
The community shield. Ah.
Yeah.
Then, from there, we'll be discussing the player manager ratings. And then we have a new section. And that's playing for the badge. Badge. Then, along with playing with the badge, we've got get in the bloody
The
bin. Get in that bin.
Yeah.
Your performance was awful. You'll understand. You shall understand. And then, Don Raul Sinelli.
In the
leaving
second
the
hour,
club.
yeah. Moving on.
Moving on. Don Raul
Don Raul.
Saviour.
has exited the building. Then we shall move on to the signing of Willian
Fantastic.
and all goings ins and coming in
Coming
and
in,
goings out.
Yep.
So we shall, continue that debate. And then Casper the Ghost, Nemo,
Your favorite
Oh,
player.
my favourite player.
Yeah,
Lord
yeah,
Vader.
Yep.
I beg of you, fail me again, Admiral.
You
Yes,
have
it's
failed
the
me.
one and only Mesut Ozil.
Ozil. Yep.
Yes, so we shall be discussing him. And then earlier on, during the lockdown, we shall be discussing the sacking of 55 staff members.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Unfortunate.
ooh. And then there was news in the rumor mill that the prodigal son, there's news of him being available. Would you take him? This is Rambo.
Yep.
Our FA Cup saviour, Aaron Ramsey. Is it a yay or a nay?
Absolutely.
I know what I'm going to say. Okay, so we shall start with the Aubameyang.
That guy.
The
That
community
guy.
shield.
Yeah.
Well, what did you think, Jamal? Let's start with you.
Yes.
Start with me. Yes, I thought a fantastic result. I thought actually I was quite worried at the beginning because the start was a little bit slow,
Yeah. Hmm.
very slow. They got on top pretty quickly.
Naturally.
Yeah. We kept getting caught in the back four area few times. Louise and
Bellerin.
holding Bellerin.
What was Bellerin doing? How many times did that ball go under his foot or over
Yeah.
his foot?
Nerves.
Yeah,
Charity shield nerves.
absolutely. Right.
It was nerves.
Yeah.
Rustiness.
You got to give
Quite
Hector.
slowly.
Yeah, and he hasn't trained, remember?
Trained, yep.
He didn't train.
Yep.
Come on,
But there's no excuses. It's just
Yeah.
simple passes.
No, he
That
he
Elneny
came off
can do.
holiday. He
Yeah.
came off holiday. He came back.
But as the how about the
He
goal?
grew into the game, though.
Yeah. So as the game went on,
Mm-hmm.
we managed to expose their shortcomings, which is a big feature of this Arteta's new Arsenal.
Yes.
Um,
Amen.
Right. So the game got changed pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And let's talk about the goal.
Aubameyang.
Brilliant goal.
Well, let's talk about the build up to the goal,
The build-up,
because before
exactly.
that,
Thank you.
Yes.
before that, we were playing ourselves into
Into a trouble.
trouble.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that seems to be Arteta's way of saying, listen,
yeah.
no matter, unless you're under the cosh,
Yeah,
absolutely under the cosh,
Yep.
try and play your way out.
yeah,
You know, get used to playing out. You're
Uh,
going to make mistakes. And occasionally,
yeah.
it's worked. Occasionally, you know, we do play ourselves into trouble and we're all screaming at the telly like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
You donut.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
But-
under the cosh. We were under the cosh. They were pressing pretty high.
But we played our way out.
Yeah.
You know, there's no more of this long
And-
ball up the pitch.
And it's not a fluke because we done it City,
Yeah.
semi-final,
Yeah.
and Chelsea.
Chelsea, absolutely. Absolutely.
Just I thought I'd get that in there.
So, yeah.
And that was the one time Bellerin actually got control of the ball
Yep.
and
El-
played
no,
a good pass down the
They
line to
start
Saka.
with El Neni, who...
El who?
El Neni.
My goodness. We'll get onto him
We got
later.
to them. Okay. So, Bellerin played it to Saka, whose control was
Listen,
fantastic.
that
Immaculate.
boy.
Unless,
Right?
yep, it
on,
was.
on his left foot, because he let the ball come over his head, controlled his left foot,
Yep.
looked up,
Mm-hmm.
and with one pass took out half of the Liverpool defense.
Yep.
Right?
Beautiful pass.
And let's give
Beautiful.
credit to Eddie. Eddie made the diagonal run, which
Brilliant-
took
brilliant decoy run,
Virgil
yeah.
van. Yeah, it was a great decoy that took Virgil
Yeah.
van Dijk
Yeah,
on a little trip.
absolutely. Yeah,
To
Um,
where?
He took him somewhere, but he was out of position. And then by the time the ball had got played over, he tried to run across, but the damage
Yeah.
had been done. He was
Mhm.
one on, you know, the man Aubameyang was 1-on-1.
yeah.
My
Yeah.
goodness gracious.
And
me.
young Nico Williams
Nico Williams didn't know where.
was
What-
left,
Yeah,
you know, not in an
Exposed.
unenviable
Yeah.
position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played well though. I must admit.
Yeah, he done well. He done well. Not
Yeah.
a bad understudy to young Trent,
Trent,
River
yeah.
Trent.
yeah.
Yeah. But that goal, Thierry Henry-esque. My goodness gracious me, man. When I saw it
That
leave
was-
his
that
foot,
was- that was his
I
first
said, that's
chance.
got to go in.
That was
That's
his
got to
first.
be in. And I just thought, wow, this man,
Yeah.
he just keeps going, you know.
He's a
getting
big
better and
game
better.
player. This
Yes.
guy is a
And
big.
they
He's a
said-
big game player.
Yeah,
They said he's
Yeah.
not a big game player.
I thought as much.
ridiculous.
I thought as much. I was go back now. Was it the end of the Europa League run?
Yep.
Where him and Lacazette were banging in goals. Before then, I was like, oh, this guy
Yeah, he's
scores
not.
goals, but
Mm.
there's something not quite right about him. Which
Mm.
I will still say,
Yeah,
his link up play,
His link up is
his
not
link
great.
up play is
Falls a
shocking.
bit short, yeah.
But
It's
for
not-
what
it's
he
not
does,
shock, is
his
wouldn't
link up
say
play is
shocking.
no,
I
his
wouldn't
link
say
up play is
shocking, but
bad.
It's not at
Look at
the
him
level
giving
of
him
Henry. That's
yeah,
what we're
his
comparing
simple
him
passes or
Yeah.
where
You
he has
gotta
to bring
admit,
other
with.
players
Yeah,
in.
like we got the idea. We got
He got spoiled.
Henry, yes.
Yeah.
Bergkamp and
So,
Henry.
Technicians.
got
Even
Henry.
Adebayor was a great link-up player.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he'd always bring players in.
Or
Giroud would always bring players in.
Not a great
Yeah.
finisher, Adebayo.
Not a great finisher.
No, but we're not saying
we're
that.
just
We're
saying
just talking about the link up.
the link
play.
up.
Yes,
play.
but we have to also mention his work rate is unbelievable.
Yeah,
We're not taking that away from
Unbelievable.
the
So,
Aubameyang. We are not
his-
taking
Yeah.
that away.
his as a pure goal scorer,
Oh my
this
god.
guy is ridiculous.
Let's talk about
He
Nico
must
Williams.
be one, in the top
Yeah.
3 in Europe.
Absolutely,
be.
as a
He's in-
finisher, the
he's in.
guy's just
He just bangs it in.
unbelievable.
Top draw.
And I don't think, you know, there's talks of him wanting to go to, or well, they were saying Barcelona might be interested. I don't know how he'd fit in with that system, but he seems to work with us,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We
especially when he's
just-
moved out to the left.
100%. Certain players just fit certain teams, and I think
You got
he fits us like a glove.
you got to put this into account as well, as that the service.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really get that much service, to be quite honest.
Yeah, creativity we are lacking.
Yeah.
You know,
So could you
because
imagine?
our chief creator in that match
Kasper?
was Saka.
No, I was saying Casper.
Yeah, he should be. Well,
Finding
lines.
Nemo.
um,
Ozil.
yeah.
Yes, you, sir.
So we lack creativity in the centre mid area, and we lack creativity in the final third. So
Yeah.
he's not getting the service,
Yeah.
but from what he's getting, he's
What he's
absolutely
doing.
clinical.
Jeez, man.
Yeah,
And he's not a scorer of tap-ins. He's not a Gary
Tap-ins,
Lineker. This
Yeah.
guy is banging them in from.
one of the
Zaki.
best signings that we've had.
Yeah, I'd have to put him up there. Before,
Put him
like I
so.
say, before
Yeah.
I was keen because he done his job as a goal scorer, but I was, being hypercritical and saying you're not Henri.
Yeah.
But even Henri was scoring great goals, but this guy is just
100%.
in this team.
And less
He's
time.
just ridiculous.
He's got to 50 goals in less time. He's hit the ground running. First game
Absolutely.
against Everton, he hit the ground running.
And I don't see any sign of this troublemaker that he was
Yeah.
supposedly
No,
supposed
Yeah,
to be.
exactly.
Total professional.
It's like, wasn't Jurgen Klopp his manager for
Yeah.
a brief while?
Yeah.
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 But I think he left when Klopp left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But Aubameyang, he breeds charisma, life into, our fan base.
Yeah.
He's got that. There's something about him.
And you
as
see
well,
how the
off the
players, when
pitch.
he scores, you see how
Smile
the
on
players
his face.
embrace him, and
Yeah.
they really like that player.
Please sign the thing, though. I'm getting impatient.
I think
according to his brother, he's
You
all-
know.
all the signs are good.
he's
the signs
waiting. For me, Aubameyang is he's the one player at the club who is in a position to dictate to the board
Mhm.
certain things. So he may want to sign, but he's probably holding the board to ransom and
Absolutely,
saying, you know what, I'm
absolutely.
not signing until I see certain
Absolutely.
players
Of course.
or I see
Absolutely.
improvements,
Of course.
Absolutely.
which is
Yeah,
good for us.
and he's got every right.
Yeah,
And
which
he's
is good
well
for us
within his
because
rights.
we've lost good players previously by the board's inaction, i.e. Van Persie.
Fabregas.
Fabregas.
Nasri.
Yep.
Yeah, we've lost a lot of good players by the board dilly-dallying and going out and buying cheap shit.
Thank you.
But Aubameyang's clearly saying, look,
Shopping at
before I sign anything, let me see, you show me your hand before I show you my hand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which is good for us fans.
Yeah.
He's got his own ambitions at heart, and he's also got the fans in the back of his mind.
Yep.
He clearly wants to win stuff with us,
Of course.
big stuff.
Of course.
And use your leverage. You've got the leverage, use it.
Yeah.
100%.
You could tell the family, his family members they love Arsenal as well.
Did you
because
see the
his
picture of the
brother-
dad?
Yes. The whole family is kitted out in Arsenal. His brother done FaceTime.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, on you. Yeah,
Yeah, done FaceTime. I was like,
is that the one with Fofty?
yeah.
Fofty.
Yeah.
What's all that about?
Yeah, but Willie, yes. You know what I mean? The whole Aubameyang family,
Yeah,
they love life in London. They love the Arsenal.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? So come on, Arsenal.
I think it's
Sign him up
really important that
and
you
build a team around him.
build around him and you give him some creativity, because my word, he's
Well, I was
course.
thinking, yeah, we
Absolutely.
could sell him, but then this was before. But when you look at him
I
now,
check- I
we
check-
couldn't replace him.
No
we haven't
way.
got the money to replace him. He's irreplaceable, literally.
Literally. Could you imagine where we would have finished? We finished 8th.
With him banging in goals. Imagine we didn't have those goals. We'd have
My
been relegation
goodness.
contenders.
And we wouldn't have won the FA Cup. I'll tell
No.
you that.
14th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At best.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, he's top draw player.
So
Who else impressed you in the game?
for me, Maitland-Niles.
Man of the match.
For me, oh my days. This is another one.
Fofty.
I would have
I want to know what the
It's-
background is of that nickname, Fofty.
Yeah, that's a bit of a wink, nudge, nudge type thing between those two.
It's an inside joke.
Inside joke.
Well,
innit?
it's not an inside joke now. It's
Yeah.
it's all over the internet. Fofty.
Yeah, 50. Yeah, but Maitland-Niles, before Arteta's arrival, I was saying, listen, get this joker out the club. You know, his attitude, his demeanor, everything was just, oh my goodness, his poor performances was awful, shocking, woeful, dreadful.
Chain wearing,
Yeah.
I was always a
laid
fan.
back.
I know.
Yeah, you were a fan. I'll give you that.
I was always a fan.
Trying
and
to
I think-
convince us.
Yes.
You know what it was?
Yeah.
For me, I always want to see our players do well, especially when they come from the academy.
Absolutely.
I always want to, and I just didn't think that he had the attitude and the right mentality. And even, you know, he was going through, you know, a few, so they say, you know, a few issues with Arteta, and then
Yeah.
he didn't feature.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden,
Comes back into
he
the team.
comes back.
Yeah. What I always, it's not a talent with him. I always believed in him ever since I saw him 2-3 years ago at
Me
Old
too.
Trafford.
Me too.
Old Trafford, where he produced man of the match.
Yes. Against
Um,
Pogba.
Yes, he ran.
I
the
remember.
midfield, Yeah.
I remember that.
And ever since then, it was like, that's a player right there.
Yeah.
But these
Could be
things-
growing pains, isn't it, that he's gone through?
Yeah, all
The
youngsters.
attitude of, you know,
Yeah,
when you're young,
I'm
you've got a
sh-
bit of an
I'm sure-
attitude.
I'm sure Saka will probably experience a similar thing.
Maybe.
Hopefully not, but
But
yeah,
Maitland
it's
Niles,
part
yeah.
of the growing phase. But yesterday,
Yesterday, he was immense.
Of course, yeah.
Quietly immense. He wasn't
he was
action
no, because
Jackson, was
He
he?
just nullified
He
their
was just
threat.
a quiet
he was the one player
performance.
that they did not know what to actually do with him, because
There was another player I felt.
he was
Yeah,
coming
as well.
inside. He was, you know, attacking their right back, and he was defending like a
Defending. Yeah.
pro. Yeah,
He nullified their threat. He done it
Um,
against City. Sorry to cut you, but
yes.
he done it against City and he done it
Absolutely.
against Chelsea.
Yep.
And he done it against Liverpool on
Yeah.
Saturday.
Where
and
was
I thought,
Salah?
Ooh.
Where was Salah yesterday?
Ooh.
Salah?
Mo Salah.
Yep.
Mo
Running down
Salah's
the wing.
Still in Giza, isn't he?
I don't
Sunning
know where
himself
he
in,
is.
sunning himself in sunny
Maitland Niles
Egypt.
had him in his pocket the whole game.
Ooh, ooh,
I don't think he had a kick.
Oh, ooh.
And that's,
in-
and
he's in
that's a
denial.
big compliment.
Well,
yeah.
you know, we don't want to say too much because in 3 weeks' time
Yeah,
we
yeah,
do
we're gonna
play,
face
We do
that
play them,
same
right?
team, and Klopp will have us in mind.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
let's not
Yep,
say
yep.
too much, my friend.
That's a very good point, because they did create some.
No, but
interesting
Salah was
chances.
particularly quiet.
He was, he
Yes.
was, he was,
Yeah.
he was. But
Mane was wasteful.
I
Um,
thought
no,
Mane was Mane.
Yeah.
for me,
He's-
he's their biggest threat
He
personally.
is the.
Yeah.
And Robinson.
Any
Him and
neutral
Robertson were
fans,
awesome.
Any neutral fan will say that he is their best player.
But the whole Liverpool side, man, I've got nothing but respect for that side, man.
Yeah.
That side do the basic
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
My God. So yeah, I was looking for players that stood out and could stand up to Liverpool, the champions. And Maitland Niles, for me, he did that.
Yeah.
He did that for me. Saka was another one for me.
Saka,
Operating down the right hand side.
chief playmaker, passing,
Oh man. And
creating chances.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's give credit as well to Rob Holding, who was up against
Mane.
Mane.
We was.
Holden.
we was
know?
gonna do that. I was.
We'll come to that.
Yeah.
during
Player
the
rating,
I was
right.
fearing. I was fearing the worst when
think
Rob Holding was up against Mane, especially when they
Yeah.
started getting into a foot race.
Ooh,
But
I
Rob
hear that
Holding-
$6 million man music. Da,
Yeah.
da, da, da.
But Rob Holding stuck to him like glue.
yeah, he had to. And those two have been having a ding dong.
Yeah.
In the last two, previous meetings, they've been,
Yeah.
Really, even, giving each other the elbow and kicking each other.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Can't be
Yeah.
intimidated.
Yeah, they were. You
Yeah.
know, so no, I was not leaving Holding
No,
out.
no. I just saw his name there and I thought, oh yeah, Rob Holding. Played a
No,
good
no,
game,
I'm
man.
not leaving Rob Holding out. But yeah, Saka for me.
Yeah.
I just felt that Liverpool players sort of had to think twice with Saka. They didn't really, because Liverpool players, once you're on the ball, they swarm you. But with Saka, when he had it, it was like just a moment's hesitation. That boy, he plays
His
beyond
vision,
these years.
He can see the game, you know.
Man's playing like
Because
he's 25.
that pass to grown
Boy,
men,
I should say.
he's actually a boy,
Yeah.
and he
He
sees
is
the
a-
game. He sees the game like a man. You know?
He is a boy, isn't he? You know
He's
this
a boy.
this thing in football terms where they call it's like Gareth Southgate called Harry Maguire a boy.
Yeah.
It's like the man's 27. What are you talking about? Yeah, the boy. I've got to hear from the boy. He's a man, for
Yeah.
Pete's sake.
Yeah.
You know, Saka is actually he's a man,
boy.
but he's just coming out of his teenage years. He's
Yeah.
still in his teens.
He's still in his teens.
Yeah.
You know, and he's a boy. But he plays like a 25-year-old
Yeah.
Yeah,
established Premier League player.
yeah.
And I can't believe, I marvel at him. I'm thinking, how old are you again? And when did you come into the first team again?
Yeah.
His
And he's been
his
played,
rise has been
he's
quite-
been played left, right, left
Exactly.
back, wing back,
which is the reason Gareth
Exactly.
Southgate said he didn't want to take him to England because he was playing as a left back. It was like, well, doesn't that make him more of an asset because he can play in a number of positions?
He's better than half the players in that squad.
And what has been, where have England been lacking for decades? Isn't it not on the left-hand side?
Yeah.
Exactly. And wouldn't you want a person who or a player who can play in a number of positions? Well, it's not
That
like he's rubbish
Hence
in
why
them,
they took Maitland-Niles.
Yeah,
Hence why he's got his call up.
and
Yeah.
well deserved too.
And well deserved too.
exactly. So we got two youngsters in.
But what makes me laugh is that for years
Yeah.
they wanted Ryan Giggs to change his allegiance from Wales to England because there was no left-sided player
Yeah,
for 30 years.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get one.
And
Well,
oh
you've got
no,
several now.
no, we don't want him.
No, we don't want
we
no
don't want him,
left-sided
yeah.
players. Huh? Left-footed players. Okay. Fair enough.
The
We'll just
conundrum
keep
that
him.
is England.
We'll keep him,
Yeah.
and then he'll
Yeah.
go and play for Nigeria or wherever
yeah.
he's.
He's fresh for us.
His
if he
roots are
stays,
from.
Yeah. So
Who else impressed you? Xhaka, your thoughts on Xhaka?
Oh,
The
Xhaka
yeah.
is becoming a leader for Arsenal now.
Yeah,
he's
I
He's
gotta
become a
take
leader for
my
Arsenal,
magic hat off.
You know,
all
tip
that
my
key
magic hat
carrying,
off.
all that key carrying years ago, being in charge of the
yeah,
front
all
door
that-
key.
all that, and he's
Could you break
and
off
he's
from
becoming
that?
very clever.
It's all paid off.
Sorry to cut you. He's becoming. He's becoming very clever at spoiling the game without getting sent off now.
Yeah,
So
And yeah.
you know, he's becoming. I think Arteta had showed him a few moves.
Key carried.
Yeah, so him and his partner in crime next to him,
Who?
Nenny,
Oh, right.
right?
Nenny.
I was worried before. Well, all of us were.
The amount of bleep,
Yeah, as soon as
bleeps
he's-
I said when I
yeah.
saw El Neni. What the
in the team
bleep is he
sheet.
doing?
Yeah, listen, he must have impressed Arteta in training.
well, I saw
You
an
know,
article saying that
kept it.
El Neni is the answer to Arsenal's midfield problem.
No,
I tore that paper up and
No.
took it to the toilet and used it.
Who was
Exactly.
That? Who
What
was
the hell
it?
nonsense is that?
And where did you see that, Gab?
Please
it was,
do.
it was,
No.
I think it was the Mirror or some
Was
Yeah,
it
but
some sports reporter was claiming that he's
John Cross?
No,
No, it
they're
wasn't
pot
John Cross.
stirrers. They stir.
Yeah.
You
it
know,
was nonsense. You know, based on
get a
a
rise
friend,
at
a
the
friendly
Arsenal
against.
Let's give him credit. He kept it neat. He kept it simple.
But that's what
Right.
he's been doing for a long time.
Yes, but
but not doing anything.
Sideways,
at
he's the
a club-
Egyptian Vinny
yeah,
Samways.
yeah, at a club like Arsenal.
For those youngsters who've
yeah.
never seen Vinny Samways, he was
Just
the
YouTube
sideways,
Vinny
Yeah.
Samways.
sideways and backwards specialist.
That's it. Sorry.
So
I'm sorry.
we've talked a lot about the first half. What happened in the second half?
Well, I felt we retreated early.
Yeah.
I felt we allowed Liverpool to come on to us.
Yep.
And you know, with Liverpool, once that pressure is incessant, man, it's hard.
They're pressing.
You know, it's really, really hard to
Yeah.
you know, get out of that. And one thing Arteta did point out, which I did see, is that we need to be better when we're playing the ball out, more consistent.
Yeah,
More
that's where
consistent.
Luis has to come in because he played a lot of long diagonal
Floaters.
balls that were
But this is what I said last
Yeah,
time we did
yeah,
the show.
yeah.
He does
He
those
did.
balls.
I
They're
was-
wasteful.
I was looking once you look out for that, you see it because he played I think 15 of them, 17, and only about 6 were accurate.
Oh, you have a look at you contrast him
Yeah.
up against Virgil van Dijk and the long
Did you
balls he was
see?
playing.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
That's the level of quality we need from our centre
Yes.
backs. If you're going to be
Yeah.
playing those long balls, they can't be these hit in hope, up in the sky, rocket
Yeah.
launchers.
Yeah.
You've got to be accurate and drop where they're meant to drop.
Yeah.
And
And then that
Virgil
takes
van
the-
Dijk.
And that is a lot of Liverpool's transition, is they can bypass the midfield
yeah.
across the pitch. So even though a team is over on this side, you can
Yeah.
bypass the opposition across the pitch.
Yeah.
And that takes out a
Yeah.
whole team.
Yes. And Van Dijk has got those quarterback passes.
Exactly.
So we have it here. David Luiz, long balls 17, accurate long balls 6.
Yeah, that's less than half.
Holding 8 long balls, accurate long balls 5. Martinez 17 long balls, only 4 accurate. It's not good.
Yeah, but as long
Um,
balls, I think he was trying to hit
Yeah.
Aubameyang, and against
Yeah.
Liverpool,
Yeah. So the
They're gonna
passing
see
has
that
to be
coming.
even teeny. 10 long balls, only 3 accurate. So we have to. That's
Improve. Yeah.
what happened in the second half. They pinned us down.
But even our transitions, again, this is something I said from the first show, and something that we've improved on
yeah,
under Arteta. But our transitions from from defence into midfield into attack
yeah.
has been quite harem scarum at times. You can see what Arteta's saying to them.
Yeah.
Have the confidence to play the ball through the midfield, but sometimes the passing that at that level, elite level, you're wondering, how are you not getting it? How are you so inaccurate with your passing?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're playing for Arsenal. But that's where a lot of our mistakes, we're bringing it on ourselves.
Yes.
You know, Liverpool's passing is accurate.
Yep.
It's rare for them to give the ball away in their transitions. You're going to
Exactly.
get the ball
And Man
away.
City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to get the ball away, you have to be on them quick, or it's got to be a bad touch.
And
It's
that's
not from
what
a
Liverpool
slack
did
passing.
with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liverpool pressured us into
And also,
making mistakes.
Minamino, who came on,
Mhm.
shows the value of creativity, because I thought when he came in, he looked. I know you're not a big fan of his, but I
It's
thought
not
I
so
thought,
much that, but
I thought
in
in
the game.
the final third, he reminds me of Benayoun.
I see what you're saying.
The way that he plays, but
I have to see. I think I have to see a bit more from
I
him.
think
See what I really make
I
of
really
him.
like him. He's a good. He's very
He's
good
got
player.
energy.
Yeah, he's got energy, movement. In a,
Mm.
like between the lines, that's what you need.
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
because
We'll have
they
to see.
lacked. I think first half they were just dead. Fabinho. Who else was playing in midfield? Wijnaldum was shocking.
I wouldn't say he was shocking. I just think
He didn't create anything.
I think that would have been
I
down
think-
to us, really.
Fair enough.
Shocking by Liverpool standards,
Yeah,
maybe,
by their
but
high
you know,
standards.
I wouldn't say it was shocking. It's just
Yeah, I didn't like him at all.
but Wijnaldum. I don't really watch a lot of Liverpool,
Yeah.
but when I have seen him, he's another person who's just quietly efficient.
yeah,
But
man.
he's usually accurate
You know,
with
they're
his passes.
quietly
He's
they're
usually very
the middle of
accurate.
their pitch
Yeah,
is quietly efficient.
Yeah,
There's no blockbusters, no barnstormers. There's no Stevie G Hollywood
Yeah.
passes.
exactly.
Those days are
They
gone.
just get the work
Yeah.
done. They're industrious, man.
And then when necessary, the quality's there.
yeah.
But they leave it to the front three
Yeah.
and the wing backs to do,
I
you know,
think
most of their damage.
Milner was their best player when he was playing.
Yeah,
Very clever player.
yeah.
The way
he's effective,
comes
man.
deep into pockets and fullback areas is really good.
Yeah, yeah. Milner,
They said obviously we all know he came through at Leeds, but I can't believe I remember when he came through at Leeds, and I can't believe
remember.
this guy's still actually playing football at the top level.
Yeah,
And he came through
I'm
at 17.
glad for him.
It's like,
Really,
man,
really
what a
glad for him.
career.
Yeah, yeah. I thought he
Great player.
would have missed that boat, that ship, when he was at Villa. I thought, oh man,
but
he's
how
gonna
does he
miss
not-
that
like,
club, that
you would
big club.
expect a dip in his
He's a
Ah.
consummate professional, isn't he?
That's what
Yeah.
it is
yeah.
with Milner. Professional, man.
Yeah, the days of you going out and getting on a lash and
Yeah,
doing all sorts of partying and taking stuff is detrimental to your career And the longer, if you want to have a long career, then you have to stay
Yeah.
off the sauce.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and
Literally.
years, you would hear rumors of Milner, his professionalism, fitness tests. He,
Yeah.
you know, he scores really high. Do you know what I mean? You hear all of that from him, nothing but praise. Do you know what I mean? From him. So yeah, consummate
Great
professional.
professional, and he'll play anywhere.
And this
Yes.
is the funny thing is, like we were saying the other day about certain players who we as Arsenal fans would have turned our noses up if
Yeah.
we were linked with certain players who were at Liverpool. James Milner's one of them.
Man
I know a
City,
Roll
lot
your
of
sleeves
players.
up.
Man
Yeah.
City just turfed him away.
I know we'd have, if Arsenal had been linked with James Milner,
We would have been
Arsenal
what?
fans
man?
would have been
what?
up in raw. They'd have been uproar.
Yeah,
We'd have been what? Nah.
We'd have been at pitchforks outside the Emirates.
Exactly.
all the memes. Yeah,
Yeah, it's true.
Yep.
But he's the kind of player you need. He doesn't complain. Whenever
Does a
he
brilliant
plays,
job.
he's
Yeah.
a steady Eddie. He's 8 out of 10 every game,
Yeah.
Yep.
which is what you want from your players.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want them 10 out of 10 one week, 5 out of 10 the next week.
Yeah, I was happy for him. I was happy for him that he, you know, he'll end his career on a high.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Really, really happy for
yeah.
him.
You don't mind players like him who are
Roll your sleeves up.
they've worked
Industrious,
they've worked
honest.
for what they've got.
Yeah.
You know, you don't see him out on the lash. You don't see him getting arrested anywhere. You know, he
Yeah,
I'm not talking about anybody in particular.
No one in particular.
I'm not talking about anybody in
what are
particular.
you talking about, Gabriel?
I don't know, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's just Mr. Quiet. But when he gets on the pitch, he's like the Hulk,
Yeah.
Yeah.
different person altogether.
Yeah.
Should we touch
Eddie?
on that?
Eddie, what do you think of Eddie?
Eddie Nketiah, I think he worked very hard. And I
Eddie-
think positionally he was very good, you know, because he was under strict orders to sit on Fabinho. And he's done that. You know, the other side of the game, you know, he had a couple of chances that were
Yeah, he needs to finish that chance
yeah,
that
you
he
need
had.
to, especially the Saka
a
one in the first half.
Goals
you,
are at a.
you score
premium.
that, the game is over.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Do you think he's going to make it long term at Arsenal?
I think Arteta likes him. I think Arteta
I like
likes
him.
Arteta likes him
However-
because he's very he executes the orders to a T.
Yeah, but it's not.
the-
Is he going to score the
Just
goals?
like a Z, I think he'll be judged on goals.
Well, that's all he can be judged on.
Yeah.
Especially when you
Right.
get say, obviously it was a charity shield, a community shield.
Yeah.
But if that goal was in an important game, like in the league at Anfield, and that chance is there to make it 2-0
Yeah.
at Anfield, you have to take those chances.
Like that.
You know, that
chance.
changes.
Yeah.
2-0 makes it a lot difficult for Liverpool to get back into the game.
Yeah.
I know it's a charity shield, but those are the opportunities
Yeah.
that Eddie
With-
has to start tucking away.
Yeah.
Joe Willock had an
Oh.
amazing chance.
Don't talk to me
No.
about Joe Willock.
No.
Joe Willock couldn't score in our house of ill repute.
Keep it clean.
And I was going to finish it off in a.
Keep it clean.
I was actually going to finish it off.
Yeah.
He couldn't finish his dinner, that man.
Well, it's an adult show, so
It is. But
It
yeah,
is, but however,
he
Yeah.
shoots like he's got. Joe Willock shoots like he's got his boots on the wrong feet.
and he's got a 50p head as well.
Yeah, it's like,
Because
come on.
where was that header going? My
was,
goodness gracious me. But Joe, I hope you can, you know.
we'll give him the benefit of that. He came in late. He wasn't with the pace of the game.
Okay.
That excuse is not washing with me.
Lord Vader,
Just
I
get
beg
it
of
I
you.
check, man.
Just get it on target. You know, there's certain things. It's like, what
Yeah.
do you do in training? There's if you're because he gets quite a lot of opportunities to shoot, Joe Willock.
Yeah.
You know, he gets a
He's
strange
got
amount
free
of
reign.
he gets a strange amount of opportunities, and then his shots are always
Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns just trickling along the ground.
Smithers.
So it's like in training, what do you do? Why don't you go and do some shooting practice?
Yeah, because
What else have you got to do with your day?
the thing is, it's like Arteta just puts his arm around his shoulder and says, listen, I want you to run at them.
Yeah.
So, as a player, you're like, yeah, rub
Yeah.
hands with glee.
Yeah.
But then
He
he
did
gets
score that
himself,
wonder
like you
goal
said,
against
Gibbs.
Liverpool, right?
Ugh.
That was a great goal.
It was a great goal, but come on.
Fantastic goal. So
Consistency. This is what it
talent's
calls
there.
for.
I think Arteta's not going to play you unless
Look,
you got.
Well, who
what
else
we
is he
would-
going to play? What's the sorry to cut you? What options has he got? He hasn't got very many options. He's got Emil Smith-Rowe back, who
Yeah.
he's
Has
gonna
just come
He's
back.
just come back.
Mhm.
But Joe Willock's been here for a whole season, more or
Yeah.
less, and he's still shooting like shit.
Well,
And he can't cross.
Yeah.
There's not much he can do. I
Yeah.
think he.
Other than he
that's the
runs
one
like a
area,
giraffe.
I think that's the one area. That's the one area I think.
I'm picturing a giraffe running.
From a lion. So put those long legs to use, Joe.
I think that was very harsh on.
Well, it's Lord Vader.
Yeah.
On who?
harsh.
Joe?
On Joe. That's
It
very
was a
harsh.
Lord Vader moment.
He's
I'm
he's
distancing myself from this.
he's got youth on his side.
Yes.
So that's
I
we're
think-
taking the mick a little bit, but
Yeah.
these are
It's
things that if he wants to stay at Arsenal, I'm sure he knows that he's not gonna take any notice of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm sure Arteta has said to him, you need to work on your finishing. Or as a footballer, you would say,
Yeah.
I need to work on my finishing. I'm
course.
getting in good opportunities.
Yeah,
There's nothing greater in football than scoring a goal.
yeah,
Yeah.
And it must be annoying to be, oh man, I've scuffed that shot again.
yeah. And you want to cement your place as well.
Exactly. And
know.
you want fans on side, and there's nothing more than that gets fans on your side than goals and big tackles.
Yep.
Yeah, it's true. Here. Totally
Yeah.
agree.
You
Totally
know?
agree.
So he's
Can
got
we
it all to do.
touch on a little bit about that Mane tackle?
oh, absolutely.
The horrific one.
Oh, you're looking at me to
The
go
horror
for
show.
me to go in studs up.
Yes, yes. yes,
Doctor
I think-
Evil. Calling Doctor Evil.
Well, as all Gooners know, we all know what would have happened if the roles were reversed.
Yeah.
Yes, hell yes.
Yeah.
You know, the referee would have brandished the machete.
Yeah.
He'd have brandished that red card like a machete,
Yeah.
ready to bring it down upon.
Just imagine
Whoever.
if that
Whoever.
was Xhaka.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
know, it's a
Xhaka would
red
have been
card.
like-
Yeah. It was horrific. That tackle. You know, maybe it might have
Charity
been
shield or not.
inadvertent, but
Red card, because if that
Yeah.
was Arsenal,
But why
Eddie
is
would
it?
have
Why
been
is
sent
it?
off.
Well, like, why don't we get the benefit of that? Why is it that if that's an Arsenal player, that's just
yeah, instant red.
red?
For me, it goes back to we stopped complaining under the Wenger years. Under the Wenger years, we used to get a few reds, but we don't moan enough. As a
Yeah.
club, we don't complain. When Fergie was getting, when Man
Oh,
United were
dearie
getting
me.
grief,
The Godfather.
Fergie was out in force, bringing, he was out complaining loudly in any interview. I'm sure behind the scenes, Man United were applying pressure. These are the
Yeah.
kind of underhand things that Arsenal need to do. Don't need to be blatant about it. Just do it behind the scenes. Just do it undercover.
Yeah.
You know, occasionally, if Arteta does it on the touchline now,
Yeah.
you can see Arteta getting animated. Wenger never used to
we are
get
a lot more
animated.
cynical now. We're a lot more cynical.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to do the dirty side of the game. This Classenall on the pitch doesn't
And
work.
occasionally, you have to take
Say
a
that
red
again. Repeat that.
Classenall on the pitch doesn't work. It never
I'ma
has
use
worked.
that. Arsenal.
When we were winning trophies, we were brutal. We were a brutal team who did the dirty side of the game well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we seem
because
to be getting back to that.
Under
now.
under Wenger, they used to count every red card. Oh, he's got
Yeah,
4 red cards this
I
year. Oh,
remember.
they're losing.
And that's where it went wrong. When
Yeah.
they remember
And
when
he
they were
listened to
saying
that. He listened to that.
exactly, he took it
Yeah.
on
Listened to
board.
that, and then he
Mhm.
filled his team with.
And you know what it was?
tiki-taka
It was
players.
the Man United game where they said
Pizzagate or
no, there was a game against Man United where it was built up, and they were saying, we need to keep it. I think it was the game after Pizzagate where they were saying we need to keep things
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really
keep
kicked
things
off, yeah.
calm.
yeah.
And then that whole system of Arsenal changed where we didn't have any dirty tacklers or people
Yeah.
who'd like to leave one in there. And then from then it's just
Yeah.
been
We've been
systematically
Yeah.
systematically soft.
Yeah, we have been.
I think ever since that final against Chelsea, that League Cup final,
When we
where
played the kids.
it was a brawl out. Yeah,
yeah,
that
but the
one.
kids stood up.
and Adebayo got sent off. Torre, it was a
Adebayo
bunch of
went
people.
flying in.
It was like
The
6 players
RB.
got banned, right?
Listen.
Right. Ever since then, we've been extremely soft.
Yeah, we have.
And that's
You know?
that we've gone for me, when I got into Arsenal were a team, like we said last time. And I had to go back and look at it.
Yeah.
I had to go back and
Mhm.
look at the game against Man United.
The
Man
Battle
United,
of Old Trafford.
yeah, Man United against
Part
Arsenal
1.
has history.
Winterburn.
That's a
Brian
historically.
McClare.
a feisty match, which goes back to
Paul
1987.
Yep.
And people, brawls were happening on the pitch, and we've lost that.
Fists were flying,
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah, we've lost that
That McClare penalty, right?
nasty side. Yeah, when he missed in front of the
Yeah.
North Bank, and then Winterburn ran up
Got
to
in
him
his
and said
face.
something,
Yeah.
and then it translated to the next game,
And it kicked
and then
off.
it kicked off.
It kicked off, mate.
We can't
And
repeat
that's-
what he said, but yeah.
Yeah, and that's something that I think under Arteta, you can see that with the type of players we're linked with, he's going back to that bruisers.
Yeah.
We need those bruisers. You can't
We need some
take
big boys,
liberties
man.
with
That's
us
why
anymore.
Partey needs to come in.
Well, or someone of a
Yeah.
party.
Diawara Partey.
Yeah, we used to get,
Yeah.
we need somebody. Remember Drogba? We used to dread playing against Drogba,
Yeah.
where he used to manhandle Giroud and the Swiss boy. What was his name?
Senderos.
Senderos.
Oh,
And
Senderos,
Senderos was ruined by.
Yeah, he was.
He was
was.
scarred for- he was-
Psychologically,
he was-
yeah,
yeah,
he was
He was
ruined.
scarred for life, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was ruined.
Yet Wenger would continuously say, "Oh, carry on, carry on."
And then buy feeble players. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was trying to emulate that whole Barcelona tiki-taka,
Yeah, but the thing is,
and he forgets
with
that you in the Premier League, you need some.
With Barcelona, they had, minute players or small players.
They were very cynical.
But
They had.
they
kill-
would rush
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
They would
Yeah.
mob you.
Yeah.
You couldn't bully
They
Barcelona.
had Mascherano and yeah.
Yeah, but Iniesta and Xavi, nah, mate.
Yeah.
Deco,
But
you
what?
couldn't bully them.
But what for me Wenger lost was he played the Giroud and Senderos together almost a lot of the time, didn't he? If I remember rightly.
Yeah, they
And they didn't have a senior
did.
partner alongside them to
Tell 'em.
run them through the game.
Yeah.
So they were
especially
both floundering up
once-
against the beast of a player.
Exactly.
Yeah. when Sol Campbell moved on.
Yeah.
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 And
they need
Drogba
the
just
experience
loved
alongside
it.
them, which is what Louise is hopefully going to do with these
Saliba.
Saliba. young
Saliba and
players, yeah.
Gabriel when they
Gabriel, yeah.
come.
Yeah. So yeah, man.
It's
That was the Community Shield
Yeah.
and our views and thoughts on that.